Hey everyone, I'm Molly Jakes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I want to show you how to create a super simple, easy portrait in Procreate app using your iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. So if you've ever wanted to kind of create maybe like a self-portrait for social media or an illustration of maybe a couple that just got married or somebody's kid or even someone's dog, this technique is going to make it like super duper easy. So keep watching. Okay, I'm going to start this project out by selecting a portrait that I want to trace. So I'm just going to do a self-portrait to keep things simple, and I'm only going to use a few brushes. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm going to start by turning the layer down, the transparency of the photo layer down using a 2-finger tap, and then dragging down to turn the transparency down. Not sure how well you folks can see this on the screen, but you can see as I drag back and forth, it adjusts the transparency on that photo. So I'm going to turn it down pretty far, and I'm going to go ahead, create a brand new layer, make sure that I have black selected. I can always change the colors later on, and I'm going to be using my brush Smoothie Locks. I'm going to keep the streamline all the way up on this, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to trace over the outlines of my face. It's very, very simple. Let me turn down the brush size, and I'm actually going to go to the source and switch the shape of the source. Turn that down even farther. And I'm just kind of simplifying my face a little bit through this. So going in and kind of just like bypassing all of those little ripples and all those nooks and crannies. And now I'm gonna trace the shape of my eye. And again, I'm gonna keep this very simple. There we go. Tracing the eyebrow. Right now that looks pretty darn bushy, but I can always go back in and alter that. I'm gonna bring in my neck a tiny bit from the chin, more than it is in the photo. Well, there are my dogs. I'm just kind of creating these little lines for the hair. And you can see as I go, I'm just kind of like adjusting the areas that I want the drawing, the parts of the drawing that I want to like look a little bit different than the photo. Go. I'm just continuing to trace over this photo and making sure that I'm adding nice like line weight between the thicks and the thins to make it seem very natural, like it was hand drawn. And same for these fingers, just really simplifying them. Oops, double finger tap. Maybe add in a few more wrinkles right there. Some little frayed pieces to go by the knees to make it look like it was frayed. And right now I'll toggle the background to see what it looks like. And yeah, it's starting to look like me, I think so. I definitely feel like the nose could be reworked a little bit, but you can see how the piece is really coming together. And turn the background on and go in and maybe add in the steps behind there. You can see how just tracing over it really takes out any drawing skills that maybe you need other than noticing like thicks and thins of line weight. Maybe I'll simplify that nose a little bit. Maybe I could add in a little bit of lettering in the background if I wanted to. Maybe put that in another layer. That's kind of a stupid phrase, but you get the picture. And now if I wanted to go in, I could go in and drop colors or color them in the background. So say I wanted to do a layer behind the drawing and maybe I wanted to like add blonde hair. I'm just gonna go in and I'm actually going to select my brush mono pocket. Make sure that the streamline is up because I wanna make sure that everything is smooth on the outline. And I'm just gonna go in and create the shapes that I'm gonna wanna fill in for that. And there are so many different ways to do this exact same technique, so don't feel limited to the way that I'm showing you right now. But then I can go ahead and just drag and drop colors in if I want to. And you can see if I wanted to like do a 2-finger swipe on the drawing layer and I could go in and actually adjust the color of the line. Let's see here. Maybe let's just see what pink looks like, I guess. And you can see I can just go in and just make all the line pink. And that really changes up the illustration. But for the sake of time, let's keep everything in black. Let's maybe color in those eyes, a separate layer. Oops, way too big. Turn that down. And I'm gonna get rid of this lettering because it's awful. Hello, you. Maybe add a little bit of a lip color in there. Of course, behind the drawing. Oops. Turn that streamline down. And that would be an area that I would probably colorize this line work. Maybe like a darker shade of that, maybe like that. So it kind of feels like it goes. And then maybe with like the hair, I would colorize that line weight a darker shade of blonde to feel like it feels a little bit less rigidly black and white. And I like to keep an unlimited color palette whenever I'm working on any sort of project, whether it's lettering or illustration, just because I like the way that it looks. So maybe I would change the color of that line, maybe not. But that kind of gives you just like a little bit of a glimpse of how to create an easy portrait, even if you don't know how to draw. You can do this on Procreate App, and it's actually quite simple, and I think that you might surprise yourself with what you can create, even if you don't have any drawing skills at all. Okay, so if you are brand new here, make sure you go ahead, subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked the content, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your project went, and I would just love to see the work that you wonderful, beautiful people create using this technique. Until we meet again, see you later.